Hey, what is up, guys? Say something. All right, now say something. Should be good. Should be good. Check it again.
bro.
I think they should be able to hear us.
All right, well, let's get a confirmation first. Sing, can you hear us? All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
now
they
they
can
can
hear
hear
us
us.
now.
We just heard it on the thing. All right, perfect.
All
All
right,
right, what's up, guys?
perfect.
Sorry about
What's up, guys?
the
Sorry about
little
it.
the errors. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
God
man,
dang, that was
but it's.
difficult.
I mean, it's better that they didn't hear what we were talking about because it was actually ridiculous. Couldn't figure out how to get
Unmute
our
ourselves
audio. Yeah,
after.
unmute ourselves, and then I actually muted us completely without actually knowing. So now we're here, ready to bring these stock picks. Yeah, yes, sir. You can hear us
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes, sir.
Ready
Yes,
to
sir.
bring you these great stock picks that we know y'all are waiting for. These are some runners in the last couple of days. Before we even start with the stock picks, let's let them know. You know, these stock picks. What do you think about them, Troy? What do you think about Wall Street? What should we think
Wall
about?
Street. I mean, man, first of all, it's pure hype. That's all it is. There's no analytics behind it. There's no reason other than there's a lot of short interest in these chosen stocks, AMC, GameStop, Nokia, Naked. There's a lot of short interest, so these Wall Street bets are just attacking the hell out of it. That's all it is. Just a lot of hype, and there's a lot of people behind it. So I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you're
look up.
gonna
I'm
see
gonna
a
look up
lot of
some.
a lot of volatility.
I'm gonna look up some of these Wall Street bets right now.
People are, from what I can tell, from what I can see, Nokia seems to be the next one. It's the only one that they've talked about, and it hasn't been just absolutely ran through already. It's the only one that hasn't seen some major over 100% run, but they're talking about it.
Yeah, February 28th. GameStop. There's a lot about GameStop. Everything's talking about Game. Blockbuster. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure what they were talking about is that they were just getting these really like these stocks that average. And what these that they can do with these stocks is they're able to pretty much completely manipulate them and squeeze out every single short that would ever try to short. That what you that what you think it is? What do you know about it?
Just they're attacking these shorts, man. That wherever the shorts were running, and now they're eating it up. Like I mean, we can go back for Nokia, for instance, before Wall Street took the hell out of it. I mean, this stock's sitting at $2, $1, and now it's all because of shorts, and it came from $38, $20, $15. I mean, it had a lot of time to run, and there was a lot of volatility spikes. There was a lot of people buying in. Shorts saw it. Shorts took the opportunity and destroyed it. And now, I mean, it went all the way down to $1. Wall Street noticed that. There was low. There was a, what would you say? What did you say it was? My mind's blanking.
You mean short squeeze?
Yeah, it's a short squeeze, but you said something else. I forget what it was, but there was a there was just a lot of, what the hell was it called, man?
Oh, low volume.
It's like right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the volume was low, but there's
Oh, low
something else,
float.
like there was like, yeah, low flow. So that being said, I mean, there was just a lot of potential for this stock to just run again. People noticed that, people saw that, and I mean, it's ready. Looking at the 1 minute after hours, it hit a double bottom at 550. this is where I would buy at a VWAP is right here from a fundamental technical standpoint. You want to ride the VWAP and buy below the VWAP if you can. That's preferred. And then it also, let's look at the 1 month here.
Yeah, and like we said, I mean, we really pick a lot of our trades off of risk analysis, and we pretty much can tell those things by following the patterns more. And we really look at a lot of the indicators because the indicators will tell us exactly when the stock is oversold and when it really is actually tanking. And well, I mean, and it's not actually going to tell you because they're also lagging, so keep that in mind too. But it takes out a lot of the volatility in these times when the stock you can't even see what's going on. You can't tell if it's going up or down. You don't know what you're looking at. Turn on those indicators. Most importantly, the exponential moving average, and the VWAP to be able to tell where to stop.
Sir, indicators are everything. Could not invest without indicators. Wouldn't know what to do, honestly.
Right.
I don't know how people do it. I mean, it's like just jumping in blindly, if you ask me. It's gambling at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really gambling when you're not using the indicators. And of course, we use the fundamental analysis and we look at where the stock is going to go long term. But we like to take pretty. I mean, at least I like to take pretty short bets. Roy likes to take a. He takes a little bit longer, but he also likes to get out when he can. And we like to secure those profits.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I like stocks that are gonna give me both. I call it like short term, medium term, long term. Obviously, I have stocks that are gonna recover that took a hit in the beginning of the pandemic, and when March came and everything shut down, they just were destroyed. The food industries, the retail industry, the travel industry, all those major industries just were crushed when March came around and the pandemic came. So I mean, those are. I mean, they have no choice but to recover. They're not going anywhere. Airplanes aren't going to fall to the sky, and planes aren't going to sink in the middle of the sea. Like, so I mean, those sectors are inevitably going to go up. To be in them would just be goofy, if you ask me. It's just a matter of buying them at the right price. Which I mean, if anybody were to ask, I could give you that. But I mean, we're not here for that right now. But
We're
what I
here for
do want to talk about is this fuel cell, man.
Oh.
This fuel cell,
Yeah,
man.
this fuel cell, man. I gotta give it to you, man. I gotta give it to you. When you were in the bathroom last time, man, I was talking the most shit on fuel cell, but I gotta give it to you, my guy. I ran in there, ran up that
A lot of
20%,
people did.
sold at $100 profit. You know, I'll walk away with my profits and be happy. I could have stayed in there and made double those profits. I'm a little bit salty.
Oh yeah. Oh
What do
yeah,
you
my
got to
guy.
say about that,
Oh
Troy?
yeah.
What are your thoughts on fuel cell, man? When do you think it's going back down? When do you think the buying opportunities are coming? And what is it gonna go to? Give us a minute. Gee, I can't hear you.
Do what? I haven't talked yet. I'm getting this thing pulled up. Give me just a second. All right, guys. So I don't know how many of you remember, but the last time I talked about fuel cell, I made a in the group chat that we have. I made a announcement that fuel cell was at a bottom. That well, what I believe is a bottom
Well,
based on what
well,
I can tell
well.
from the
Well.
indicators and the.
Let's talk about first. Like, man, this is long term. This is not even just a couple days ago. This was almost a couple weeks ago now. On the last podcast, you were talking about a fuel cell going to this $30, and we were sitting at
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
16.
Yeah, I introduced this play at $12. I mean, I what 12.23 or 12.32 is when I initially got in, and then it ran up to, uh, like I think it was 15 somewhere 15.16. I sold, and then I reestablished my position around 14.52 is now where I'm at. and I mean I'm loving it. It's in the 20s right now, but I mean, I set out that play. I said get in right now. It's at the bottom, 15-3-3-3. It was I hadn't seen that in a while. It's at a double bottom. Saw it twice, and ever since, I mean, it's just been up. The lowest it's seen was in the 16s, and then nothing since. Just gone straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. And I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, that's just. I hope people got in, man. Like, like I mean, that's a big run up right here. I mean, we're talking about over 50% run up. I was up, I think it was almost 70% today. I mean, it's almost a home run. I'm selling at 100%, $30, and that's my sell target. And I mean, this stock is constantly just bounced off indicators. I mean, you can watch it. The RSI will have major gains in the as soon as the pre-market opens, and then throughout the day it'll reach a new high, and then it'll drop. It'll consolidate. It'll stay around that for a little while, and then pre-market or after hours it consolidates majority. Might have a little bit of a dip, go down 20 cents. Same thing. Next morning shoots right back up as soon as the market opens. Goes up like 5, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8% every single time throughout the day. Just goes down 2, 3%, consolidates, and it's just been doing that ever since for a good week now. I mean, really hope people got into it, man, because I mean, it's definitely going 30, 100%, if not more. And I mean, if it surpasses 30, I'm definitely reestablishing the position right again.
Yeah, yeah.
Little rinse and repeat action.
Bailey's, GME got my whole life savings in it. When do I sell? Want to get some insight on some GameStop?
GameStop. Yeah, I'll give some insight on GameStop. So GameStop is one of those WSB stocks that we were talking about. The Wall Street bets has really been pumping the hell out of it. Told a lot of short interest. We can go back. I mean, everybody knows that they were like a 30 something dollar stock like a week ago before all this happened. I mean it's insane. All this in volatility is pretty crazy. AMC, GME, Nokia, Naked, every single one of them is just being hammered right now. And like I said, the only reason for that is purely hype. There's a lot of short interest. People notice that low float, low volatility. Buy as many shares as you can. Let's make it run. Let's tell as many people about it. That's the idea behind it. And I mean, right now it's in at 220. Depending on where your position is, I don't know where that is. If you were going to sell, there's a bunch of people claiming that this stock is going to go to 1,000. I I have no reason to believe that it would. I think this is all pretty crazy right now myself. I don't like. There's nothing really that GameStop has to offer that says that they're worth $1,000 in my opinion. So to say that it would go up to 1,000 on just hype itself is pretty crazy. But then again, we've seen it before, so I would not be super surprised if it does happen, but to rely on that and just throw bunches or tons and tons of money at it for that reason and hope it does that is super risky. But like I said, depending on where your position is, so if you're sitting in the anywhere in the 100s, anywhere in the 100s, I mean, this stock has potential to run over 300% in a day. So if you're anywhere in the 100s, you want to get out in the 300s, which is where it's at for a while. If you're anywhere in the 200s, you're looking to get out in the anywhere 350 and 400 and above, just to secure your profits. If it's gonna run again and you feel that you need to get it back in again, I always say rinse and repeat. It's my favorite thing to do. Take profit, take
So,
profits, buy the dip, run it back up, swing trade it. That's I mean something like this with high
well,
volatility.
but make sure they understand what you're saying when you say the like where is this dip gonna really be? Because I feel like a lot of people find a quote unquote dip, but really it's just a dip onto another dip, and showed him like an instance where it's like a dip onto another dip, so they don't get stuck in that stuff.
Do you mean like when it's gonna hit the indicators
Well, I mean, like, look at the dip
or when
onto
it
another,
bounces off the
like,
indicators?
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, showed them the bouncing off the indicators and show them the dips that we're seeing, because like, you can see right at that after hours, you see that big dip. I mean, you could have bought right in that
Right.
dip at about 322, and you could be at 322, but then it drops down to 314, and you're grabbing your ass at 314, but you're not messing with 100, $200. You're messing with 314. So first off, I would say don't get in this stock right. You're not in it already, Stay
Don't get it.
away.
Right, of course. Right.
Stay
Of course.
away.
Don't I don't I first of all, I'm not ever gonna get into a stock like this. This kind of volatility and something random pure hype that I can it's really hard to make a fundamental judgment on this because the volatility behind it. Like this stock was seeing almost I believe it actually hit a billion. I want to say it hit a billion almost in volatility. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean it was or volume. It was up there though. I mean, it was ridiculous. It is so hard to make analysis on this when the line is just passing the EMA indicators and the VWAP substantially and just not even coming back close to meet it. And it takes a long. I mean, it doesn't take a long time, but it takes a good while for those indicators to catch back up and tell me what I need to know. But based on what I can see right now from this drop at after hours, it just looks like a normal sell off at end of day led to what looked like a bunch of people thinking it was the bottom, and then they bought it and bought it and bought it, and then it just went down and continued went down. That's pretty normal in after hours, especially with a high volatility stock like this. Right now, it's looking on the 5 minutes, looking like it's riding. I believe this is the EMA 20 indicator, which I mean isn't bad. It's right there, bounced off the well, it didn't bounce off the EMA 200. The EMA 200 is pretty irrelevant in this case. I'm looking at the EMA 20. It went below the EMA 20. It went below the EMA 10, which indicates actually a downtrend. That's what I would call that, a downtrend. But then again, like I said, it's very hard to read indicators when there is such a high implied volatility. And tomorrow, I know exactly what WSB is going to be doing. They're going to be doing the exact same thing they've been doing all week, and they're going to be pumping the stock, telling people to buy it consistently all throughout the day. So for me to really tell you where to sell this, I mean, it's really hard, like really, 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 really hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. I bought AMC at 11, sold at 22. Wanted to sell around 24, but Fidelity screwed me. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of
Fidelity.
those
I don't
things.
know.
We see those. Like, dude, those things drop so fast, so fast. Not even funny. I mean, I don't know. What do we think? Are you gonna get Nokia? You gonna play it? You gonna play it at 4 a.m.?
Nokia, I am thinking about getting a Nokia. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nokia, I was thinking about making in the Discord an announcement around 4:30 a.m. Letting people know that I was getting it. I mean, it is right there. We're at that VWAP where I had said it is below the VWAP right now, which is sitting at 651. I mean, that's where I recommend buying any stock. If it's below the VWAP, I consider it to be undervalued, and the next day it should be, or within the next week, I always say it should be a good a good chunk above that VWAP, unless some drastic thing happened, like a news source were to come out and shit on it, Citron, a short group were to come out and attack it, something like that, or WSB comes out and pumps it, something like that, which is going to happen. WSB is going to pump the stock tomorrow. The stock has only ran. Um, let's see what the high was today. Actually, I think it got up past this. It was 9. Nope, no, it didn't. So the high today was 886. I mean, that's a good amount considering it opened at 491. I mean, that's an entire double up on your position. That's 100% right there. And then it went back down to 6. So it's sitting around 50%, 40% right now. And then to say tomorrow that it wouldn't run up over 100% or at least 50% more to match what it did yesterday, because you do know that there are people who didn't sell that dip and there are people still holding within that range. So to say that it wouldn't come back up in that range would be pretty goofy if you ask me. But it just bounced. So let's see what we're looking at right here. It is actually riding the EMA 10 as well as the what is this? The EMA 200, which again is pretty irrelevant within this scenario because of the Wall Street bets going on. So this is right in the EMA 10. That's another good indicator from a analysis standpoint. This stock from analysis when it rides the EMA 10 or it bounces off an indicator and stays within that indicator the next day, it's set to take off. If it breaks past that EMA indicator and it goes to the next one, expect a downtrend for a couple of days, and then when it breaks past the or bounces off the final indicator, expect a major uptrend. Again, I use the EMA 5, EMA 10, and EMA 30 for those. If it breaks past the EMA 5, or if it bounces off the EMA 5, minor uptrend. It bounces off the EMA 10, pretty
Yeah.
pretty substantial uptrend. It bounces off the EMA 30, and the only way it's going to bounce off the EMA 30 is if it breaks through the EMA 5 and 10. Keep that in mind. So if it bounces off the EMA 5 and 10, it's already been in a downtrend for a good while. So if it bounces off the EMA 30, guaranteed uptrend. You can't miss it. Don't miss it, please. This right here is going to be a substantial rise. It's bouncing off the EMA 10. This is where I would look in buying it right here. Like, you can't miss it. Pre-market, it might see a little bit lower than this, just because that's kind of what happens in pre-market. The volume is kind of low. There's not a whole lot of people that have access to buying it. Cash accounts don't have access in there. I know a lot of Robinhood users don't have access in there. So I mean, pre-market is kind of where the story is going to be told for this one, or not pre-market, market. My fault.
Yeah, a lot of these stocks, early market. Early market.
Yes,
I think it's
between
gonna
9 and 11 a.m.
9 and 11, maybe tops. I think it will top out at like maybe 11:10, and that is saying though that the
I mean, that's
Dow
pushing it, in my opinion. I mean, I think you might see $10.
easy bag. All right, let's
You
look
got to
at
remember, there's still shorts losing money in this, and there's still shorts trying to fight back. So I mean, they're gonna be giving you walls just as often as you're pushing through them.
yeah, and
So
also
there's gonna be some resistance.
all this EMA and all this technical analysis. You can find all this in our learning section of our premium stock account. It's $10 a month currently right now. Once it gets to
Every single
100,
one.
yep. Uh, for every single month, it's $10 a month, to uh, and then once it gets to 100 people in there, it'll go to $15. So you can find all that in our learning, and it'll teach you all about the technical analysis, because technical analysis, as we say, is planning your risk and making sure that you plan for the future, because we believe if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's look at this
Uh,
naked. The naked?
this naked,
Yeah,
naked. Yeah, we can look at
Robert
naked.
Daniel wants to see the naked. Where do we think it's going tomorrow? I know Chad
Ooh,
Wilson was
naked's looking a
talking to
little
me
bit
about
scary.
this. Chad Wilson was talking to me about this earlier. He got naked. Said he wished he bought double what he did, but he still was happy with his profit.
Do you
He
know
says
where
he.
his entry point was?
I can check.
I mean, yeah, this stock ran. This is over 300% right here. 300% on the day is what I'm talking about, guys. Those WSB stocks, or WSB bets will just absolutely
Yeah, he
make
got
make his stock go crazy, man.
he got naked at 19 cents.
19
Holy
cents.
shit. Yeah, and he got
Wow. Yeah.
284 shares. Wow. He sent me
Yeah.
that today at 7:53.
Did he sell?
Mm,
Hmm. I mean, he's looking at good profit right
yeah,
now,
he's looking at
honestly.
about
Way more than
$400.
he was at
He's
7.
looking at about $400 right now. So what do you think? What are we thinking? Where's it go? That's what everyone wants.
So based on what I'm showing you right here, got pulled up. The VWAP is not below the VWAP. It did take a dip below the VWAP, but it is not below the VWAP. So keep that in mind. Like I said, I like to buy below the VWAP. That's when the stock I can tell is underrated, from
Underbought.
where the majority of people believe it is valued. And so, with that being said, the EMA 10 is just slightly above it, with the EMA 20 being right actually under it. So, I mean, this could be preparing for another big run, big run. But then again, it's a WSB stock, so it's pretty much guaranteed to have a big run. With that being said, there. Let me just add another indicator. Actually, I want to see something. See where this EMA 30 is at. Yeah. So I mean, guys, this right here, the EMA, like I told you, I use the EMA 5 to 10. This it's on my computer, so the 20 is here, but on my phone I use the EMA 30, and this is just at right there. So I mean, this this stock's looking like it's about to run. If you were to buy it, I would look for it and below 1 point. Let's see where it last had its most support. Not much, not much at all. Okay. Got a double bottom right here. Very bottom right here. Okay, so if you're gonna look into buying this stock, let's see where I would say 1.6, 1.65 maybe. If you were gonna look for an entry point in this stock. Now let me go check the morning and see what it did. See if it just had some major shoot up. No, okay, it didn't. All right, yeah. So this was just a steady incline throughout the day, and then high volatility in the aftermarket because of WSB. So with that being said, in the pre-market, expect more high volatility, a lot of volatility. Probably going to make a run, just like what was it? What did I call? Uh, oh yeah, AMC did. I actually called AMC in the group chat way
Morning, yeah.
before this all,
Oh yeah,
way
way
before this all
before.
happened at 4 a.m. At 4 a.m., guys, I called this. I believe it was at like $4. Pretty crazy. What was it at? 4 a.m. Yeah, 490, 492. I bought this. I played this, guys. Sold it right, right here. And here's why. Here's why I sold it right here, within this range. Because the VWAP broke over the
Thing, don't worry, bro. We will. Just
what do you say?
calm yourself. He's texting us in the chat, telling us we need to check S and DL. But let's finish up with this, Nate. Let me get this.
Yeah, we will. We will. But what I was saying, the VWAP broke over both or all three of these moving averages, which was indicating a lot of volatility coming in. That being said, I didn't know what was going to happen at that point in time. I didn't know if there was going to be some super big surge, and yes, that would have been great if I would have held on. But like I like to secure my profits. I like to know that I can take a bag home at the end of the day, and I'm not just going to see some big jump to $25 in a second, and then the next second to be back down half to what it was at before. So I sold here, and then I watched it go up and up and up and up and up. And I wasn't salty, I wasn't mad. I got in, made the call. It was at 4 a.m., so I'm doubt a lot of people saw it, but I mean, it
Yeah,
was
and
there.
that was like a 300%.
And
You know,
if
and
there
that's
was somebody,
that was like a
yeah,
400,
that
three
was
hundred
that was
percent.
over 300%.
Yeah.
Yep,
All right, let's look at this
that was a really good call.
SNDL that Sing is biting at the bit for us to talk about, man. What are we?
SNDL, Sundial growers. Yeah, I've
Oh
actually been in
yeah,
this one before
sundial
a
growers. I've
while
heard about
ago.
them.
I was in this one when I first initially started my portfolio, way back at like 20 cents, like way back. And then I can't even go that far back. I ain't even seen it that like that. But yeah, I bought this at 20 cents, sold it at 52 cents, doubled my money, had over 100% run. It was a little bit boring, honestly. This stock didn't do anything for the longest time. It was it really bored me. And then again, is this one of those world or WSB? Is WSB targeting this or no? Or is this just a cannabis one that you wanted us to check out?
People are saying it's going to $10.
$10 tomorrow, and that's on
Yeah, and I'm pretty
WSB.
sure Wall Street Bets maybe.
Yeah.
Yep,
So if
yep.
Wall
Wall
Street Bets
Street
is
Bets is. Woo! Yeah, we gotta be in there. We'll be there,
pumping
man.
this stock tomorrow,
It's
and it is below
going
VWAP,
up. Yes, sir. Yes,
or no, it's
sir. Let's
above V.
run. Let's
It's above
run,
VWAP at
guy.
the moment.
It's
Above
above
VWAP, but
VWAP.
it was below VWAP. So if you're gonna buy this stock, it had, let's see the double bottom here. 67 cents is a good double bottom, so you know you have support right there. If you want to establish a position, let's see where before it took off, 70. See where it rides even. 71. Yeah, I'd say anywhere between 71 and 70 cents. I mean, 75 cents is fine because if it sees a dip, you can, or 76, 8.768 is fine. If it sees a dip, you can always average down. Don't establish a full position. I never establish a full position during pre-market. Stupidest thing you can do because pre-market doesn't see the full volatility that the stock is going to see throughout the day. So you're just it's gambling. That's literally what it is. You have no idea what's going to happen at pre-market. You have no idea if it's going to shoot straight down from where you bought it, straight up. You just don't know. So if you're going to start a position in pre-market, this is where you want to point 70. What did I say? Point 70.
Yeah, he says in the aftermarket. You have not have your aftermarket on for that. You don't have your aftermarket on.
I am in aftermarket. This is aftermarket. This is the regular market. So I mean, from the analysis standpoint, let's see, EMA 30. It's not meeting any of the indicators. It went up over the indicators. It went up over the VWAP. So I mean, it is in an uptrend. Obviously, that's right in front of us. Like I said, I like to buy stocks below the VWAP though. So this stock sees a lot of support around 69 cents, 70 cents. So there you go. I mean, 60, 76 and 70 cents. That's where I would establish my position if I were going to get in this. Not a full position because you always want room to average down. You want room to grow out your position so you can maximize your profits, obviously. But I mean, yeah, that's where I would look at it. And to say where you could take profits, well, gets
Hey guys, just
world
wanting
very
to let you
relative.
know that the group chat is at 94 people. Once we get to 100, $15 a month.
Yes, sir. And then, I mean, yeah, or like I said, it's Wall Street bets. So to say where this stock could potentially rise is kind of really out of reach. I mean, this could go to $10. It could also go to $5. You never really know. It just depends on how much they pump in, how consistently or how consistent they are about it throughout the day. I I could definitely keep an eye on it though, and give
He's saying buy
announcements throughout
options. I think
the.
that's a great idea. I think we should buy option in it.
Yeah, buying a call option would not be a good idea. But then
It wouldn't
again
be a.
comes the problem of.
I mean, it would be a good idea.
Huh?
Idea. I think buying
Right, it
option
would.
would be a good idea. I
Buying a
mean,
call option would be a good idea, but then again, it comes the problem of where you want to price your strike price.
and if
Putting
you're
your
gonna
strike
be
price
there,
purely on where WSB says it's going to be is really fucking risky because
it's gonna
yeah,
drop a
there's going to be
lot.
a lot of volatility, but it's going to drop. If you don't get out of that stock when it meets your strike price, you're done. You've just lost everything. So I mean, maybe like a $2, $3, $4, anywhere in there, but I would not go all the way up to like $10. That's pretty extreme if you ask me.
Tyler said BB. Look it up. Look up BB.
BlackBerry.
Hmm?
Oh shit, BlackBerry. I was in BlackBerry a while ago. Oh, that was back when it was super stagnant, didn't do a damn thing. It was so boring.
$5 3 months from now. From now on,
They're saying that about BlackBerry.
$5 months. Yeah, that's what he's saying about BlackBerry. I don't know if he's saying about that, but about BlackBerry. I think he's saying that about SNDL.
I mean, that very well could be the case. That's why I said, I mean, a 2.5, $3 uh strike price for a call option for SNDL would not be a bad idea. I
Yeah.
support that decision. All right, but let's look at this BlackBerry real quick. Let's look at what it did today. What the open. Well, let's go all the way to pre-market. What pre-market looked like. So. All right. Opened at around 8:15, 8:16. High today was. Looks like the high today was. Why is it? There we go. $22 even, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's a significant run. Then again, I don't know why this is running. I mean, do they have news out? Let's check. Well, BlackBerry halted after spiking 42%.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was stock.
It was another Wall Street. Okay, so that's all I need to hear. All right. I mean, dude, this shit's just getting ridiculous at this point.
Why AMC went down during after hours? Epstein shenanigans all over, and yeah, look at the AMC. Have we already looked at that?
Which one? Yeah, we looked at AMC, I believe. Or maybe we didn't. I don't know. We'll go over it in just a second. All right, back to this BlackBerry. So this BlackBerry, it like I said, set a high today, ran today up 40%, then it halted. I'm assuming the reason why it halted was probably due to profit taking. And let's see where we have our bottom. Actually below where it opened today. So that being said, it's below VWAP. If you were going to swing trade this below VWAP, it is below the EMA. What the fuck? It's below all of them. It's below every single one, man. This shit is fucking whack. That's what this one is. This shit is so whack. Okay. To even try and give a stock analysis on this shit is just fucking goddamn
garbage.
brain work, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this right. It broke through both of its supports in aftermarket, went below where it opened today, dropped below all three indicators that I use, right in below VWAP. I mean, if you ask me, this is a fucking downturn and a half. This shit looks like it's about to plummet. But then again, I mean, from an analytical standpoint, it looks like it's about to plummet. But then again, it's being
Wall
pumped
Street
by
bets.
WSB, so I don't know. So I don't know what's gonna happen. That's one that I could look at during 4 a.m. and keep an eye on and see what the hell the pre-market's saying about it. But I mean, it just comes to what that volatility looks like when the market opens. If it's gonna see a spike or if it's gonna, like I said, enter a downtrend with the major red candle.
Does anyone have any other stocks?
A lot of risk in there. Let's check out AMC real quick for him.
I don't think we
Bro,
looked at AMC.
dude.
Pretty sure we.
All right, so AMC today. Oh no, I did call AMC. Yeah, I did. I told him I called AMC. I looked at the one CRD. Yeah, I ran up over 300%.
Dogecoin is up, boys. Look at this Dogecoin. I haven't looked at it for a while. Let me see.
I can't give analysis on fucking cryptos.
Woo! Yes,
I'd be wrong every time.
sir. Seeing it is up. Yes, sir. Let's make a run, boys, on this Dogecoin. Elon Musk is backing it.
Elon still. He said, did he say something about it again? Because I mean, if anywhere Elon puts his input in, you damn well know it's gonna run. Look at Tesla. Dude nonstop said things about it all year and just doom, doom, doof, doof. Straight up, straight up, straight up. That being said, that stock is due to fall as well. If Tesla doesn't fall, I'd be so surprised. Or at least see another split.
SBE. We already looked at
Switchback energy.
I haven't looked at Switchback in a while. Remember we were talking about it for a while, a couple weeks. Pretty volatile right now.
The good thing about this one is I can give you a fucking proper analytical report without having to deal with WSB in the morning. Okay. All right. So opened pre-market at 39.44, 39.40 area, and then let's see, had a major dip to 36, new low. Okay, lots of shot straight back up. That's pre-market. Right before pre-market, there's those candles. As you can see, this is what I'm talking about. When the volume comes, you'll know because it's shown in the candles down here. These are all called candlesticks. This is how you know. So I'll give you a little bit of a tip. See how this one is double the size of the red candle? That's an uptrend. You know, the next couple ticker or the next couple minutes are gonna be all green. If and then you see a red that's like this, that's consolidation. You see a little bit of an up, then you see your sell period. The more consolidation, this right here will be considered consolidation. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. You don't see any. I mean, other than this is what I can saw. Would be scared of right here. Downtrend when the red candle doubles the green candle, but then again after it, there is another green candle to back it up. So I mean, it's okay. Um.
How's
Way,
the VWAP
way
doing?
above VWAP. Way above VWAP. Okay, so I mean, way above VWAP, almost a whole dollar. The majority of the time above VWAP. Nice consolidation right
Overbought,
here. This is trading
overbought. Close
sideways,
the
guys.
gap. Tell them about the gap closing.
The gap.
Yeah, the gap. How
All
gaps
right,
work.
so the gap being closed pretty much. So when the stock sees uh, a rise of, let's say, 10 to 12%, we can all agree that there's a pretty big spike in the chart. It's pretty noticeable. So that being said, there's a space left in the chart. So let's say from this dip right here to this high point right here. Forget all of this even existed. Delete it all from existence. This right here. If it were to run straight up and trade sideways all the way up here, all of this would be considered the gap. This whole thing. This is all just there's no answer for this. Like this needs to be filled. When it does get filled, which is just a sell off, that's when you want to buy back in when it fills the gap because that's indicating it's about to have another run after consolidating and filling the gap. That's what that is. So this gap right here, 38, or this starting point right here, 38.
It
It's the
happens
bottom
every
of the
single
gap. Now
time.
you have 30. Yep, and then you can see it closes at 38.56. So I mean, it filled the gap throughout the day, pretty damn near perfectly, like pretty spot on. It went up
And
throughout the entire day, 40 or so cents. And I mean, that's good on the day. That's what you want to see throughout the entire day. It was up a couple of dollars. That's another good indicator that it's in an uptrend. So, and it's below VWAP right now. It's below your indicators right now. But the day before pre-market or before the market closed, it was riding VWAP and above indicators, which indicates to me that this is the reason it's below the indicators and below VWAP right now is profit taking before market close, and that's pretty common. So for this one right here, let's look at the 5-minute. And I mean, this seems to be yeah, this seems to just be really good consolidation, guys. I mean, you can see it constantly. Every single run up it has, and every single occurrence ran from 13 to 42, filled the gap, went down to 26, then ran 42 again, filled the gap, came down to 33, ran again, 49, filled the gap, came back down to 34, ran again, came back down to 46, or ran back up to 46, filled the gap, came back down to 38, 40. So I mean, tomorrow you could be looking at either, I mean, for max, I'd say 45, $46 day, maybe a 47. I mean, unless there's some kind of major volatility spikes in the morning that I can't see right now. Obviously, it's not the time. But I mean, buying right now isn't a bad idea. It's below your indicators. It's a low for what it's been recently. It's the lowest it's been in about a week. So I mean, right now seems to be a good point. It's below VWAP, below EMA 5, 10, and 30. Like I told you guys, that's when I decide I'm gonna enter. So I mean, I would definitely throw my money at this stock right now if it were me.
Yeah, if it were me, I mean, Switchback Energy. What do? They are they in the hydrogen?
I thought they made chargers.
Oh yeah, Switchback Acquisition, right? The
Yeah.
one that sold those vehicles to Amazon. All those.
Yep. A while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that could. It definitely has some up. And he's talking about Carnival Cruise Line. I know, Troy, you were talking about that last time. Take a look at Carnival.
I sold Carnival, guys. Carnival's not the move, right? Yes, it will. I'm not even gonna pull up the thing. I'm just gonna tell you, I was in that play for a while, so I know it pretty good by now. Carnival Cruise. The reason I'm not gonna buy it right now is because it's in a downtrend. They just canceled several hundreds, thousands of scheduled trips through the cruises. I mean, and that's just due to the pandemic. They don't know when they're going to be able to open. They can't guarantee these people
Ugly.
that they're going to be able to open again anytime soon. So, I mean, that being said, this stock, from my opinion, from what I've seen and being in it for a good while now, it's entering a downtrend and it's headed towards 16, 17, and then making an entry point right there. We reconvene and talk about it again, but until then, I'm not even paying attention to it. I'm expecting that
And
to
then,
happen.
and then since we're in AAL, what are we gonna do with
But
this
but
dumpster fire? What are we gonna do with AAL? Because AAL, I feel like is gonna be ending up the same way with the way these vaccines are not getting distributed and everything's going bad and the new virus
yeah,
is coming in there.
AAL is another one. The vaccines were distributed terribly for airlines. They had no assistance in the means. They weren't asked for help at all. There was just nothing for them,
And I
and
mean with
especially American Airlines.
yeah,
So with that being said,
yeah.
again, the travel industry is going to take another hit. They they're just not there. They're not being given the support that they need right now to make the recovery that they need. So the recovery is not here. Maybe February, March, when there's more coming out about the pandemic and the virus, and or the not the virus, my fault. The vaccine, and there's more stability with that situation, then yes, you can see a rise in the industry sector. But until then, there's just not enough stability. There's not enough comfort for me to get in there and expect me to be looking at a good positive gain every day with the consolidation periods in between. It's just not there. I'm looking at a lot of red right now.
JE. Talking about JE.
I don't know, JE. What's that one? Jumanji?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Just Energy? Just Energy. Let's see. This one looks like a downturn, if I'm being honest. Oh, yeah. Major downturn. And with me not knowing enough about this, I mean, I can look at the 1 day.
Whew.
Wow. Don't get in this. Please don't get in this. Don't get in this. This is a bad idea. This is right here is filling the gap. I have no idea where this bottom is going to be. I couldn't tell you with this kind of parabolic run over the course of literally 6 days from the 22nd to the 28th. It's done this. I couldn't tell you. I don't even know what this stock is.
And for
But what I can
parabolic,
see,
explain parabolics.
parabolic. So the parabolic is basically just a constant uptrend with very little consolidation. So you can see this just went completely parabolic. It just went completely up. Saw a little dip. Did the same thing again. Consolidated. Went straight up. Continued parabolic. Went down. Saw a little dip. Consolidated. Straight parabolic again. And it's done it ever since. And then you see where you people had entered before, where most people have their position established at 460, 480 in this area, where they took profits at 880, being 100% return, which I would expect most people to do. It's pretty common. But that being said, it is going to be entering a downtrend because a lot of people, I'm sure if I would look at the volume analysis real quick, let's see, where is it at? Uh,
I think it's in your cost.
Cost distribution, what are you talking about?
Here, click the 3 top buttons. And no.
Where?
Actually, yeah. Is that?
No, I don't want that. Positions. I want No, I don't. That's my position. So I want the position now. I'll just look at it on my phone.
That's ridiculous.
See, what is it? JE. So it's cost distribution. Yep, right here. All right. Yeah. So like I said, what I'm looking at right here is basically, like I said earlier, the majority of people in at below, just a little bit below 460, 480.
Oh, I figured it out. Here, go to all widgets.
Volume analysis.
That is.
No, that's not it. I don't. It's fine. I can just what I'm looking at, a lot of people have it at 480, 460. Like I originally said, it ran to 880. It would have been 100% return. That would have made a great profit on that. It makes sense for them to take their profits, which is why I say it's in a downtrend, or at least fill the gap period. At least the stock is gonna come back to. Actually, it may even be at the bottom of that. I'd say the lowest it's gonna come down would be 630, 625 area, and that's where I would establish a position for this if it was going to run up again, which I mean it is going to run up again. Cost distribution analysis says also a lot of people have the stock way overpriced, way before they should have. They don't. That's what I'm saying, guys. When you don't know how to read this kind of stuff, and you don't know what stock and now or what the true analysis of it all is, and you just jump into a stock, you chase a stock, you end up holding a stock at all the way up at above this. Like this is where a lot of people are sitting in the analysis. I'm seeing a lot of people at 730, 750, 760, 770, 880. Some people even at 880 all the way up top. I don't know why, but I mean that's what it's like. Without knowing how to do this, this is where you're gonna get stuck. So with this being said, this is where I see the stock going for the fill the gap period. I see it going pretty much no lower than 620, 615, if that. I mean, that's what you're looking at for the fill the gap period. It's fill the gap rarely ever goes below what it actually was before. I mean, that's pretty rare. Some drastic stuff would have to happen. That usually is introduced with news, and there's no bad news from what I can see. The last news was 2 days ago, and that wouldn't cause it. So I mean, yeah, six 615, 625 is a buy area for this, is what I would say. And to take it all the way up as long as you can. I don't know what the analysis PT is. Let me see. Um, Price target with the highest 781. So I mean, yeah, if you bought this at 615, 625, like I said, and a price target of 781, it's clearly undervalued right now from where analysts think it's supposed to be. That's great profit right there. It's over $1. Put it in a bag right there, let it ride, or swing trade it.
Yeah, dude.
All right, my boy. I just
Think that
got
was a
one
good.
more.
Oh, you got one more. All right, bring it
Just
up.
one
All
more. Just one
right,
more.
get up, man.
I was talking about it in the group chat, not the group chat, the Discord with somebody. I forget who it was. They got in with Macy's with me when I made a call or a announcement
I think a
for
lot
it
of people got in
at
with it.
around. Yeah, I sent that at around $12, guys, and you can see what it's done since. I mean, it's up. And I'm selling this at $20 tomorrow. It'll definitely see 20 again. Cost distribution says a lot of people got in today just because of the high volatility. A lot of
I
people
can't see.
chased. You can't see what. Oh, the cost distribution. I know it's just because
Oh,
it doesn't
not
actually
yet.
let me pull it up through. Oh, it's lagging.
Just keep talking, though. Just keep talking. It's good. Call it. Make your call.
Yeah. This is just an update. I don't even see the chart. So basically, it's just an update on the sell point for those of you that have gotten this with me. I'm selling tomorrow at $20. I'm selling tomorrow at $20. Whenever it hits it, I got a alert set out for 1950, so I'll know when it's going above that, and I know when it's going below. I always use my alerts. I'll I'll be watching it. I'll put an announcement in the Discord for those of you who got in it with me. I know there's a couple of you who did, so be ready to take profits on that. Be a
Yep.
good win. That's over. I believe it's over 50%, almost even 60% return when it gets to 20. Or shit, no, that's almost a 70% return when it gets to 20. My
Yes,
fault.
sir.
Over 70% return when it gets to 20 from 12. From where I announced this to the team this morning, or not this morning, a couple days ago, to where it is now, it's going to be over 70% return, which is again way above what the market can guarantee you.
All right.
That's
Ready
all
to
I got,
wrap
my
it
guy.
up? All right, yeah. So, guys, just remember, check out our new group chat that we just made. It has a stock bot and everything that you need. It has a whole investing school wrapped up into it. It has different audio rooms where you can talk to different people about your trades, because we believe that the best way to get the trades is by figuring out other people's trades. That's how a market works. So the more you can figure out other people's trades, we all mingle, we talk all day, and we always have the picks at 4 a.m.
Sure. Again, that link is in the description below. Uh, costs $9.99 a month right now. That price will be changing as more members come and join along. That's gonna happen
100.
quick.
We're at 94 right now. 100.
Yep, it's gonna come quick. This has only been a day in the making. It's been less than 24 hours since it's been released, and we're already seeing way, way more than what we expected to get. So just be ready. It's gonna be a long haul through 2021. We're gonna see a lot of profits. A lot of rich people are gonna be made in this group chat, man. I'm telling you right now. Yes, sir. All right, my boy. That's all.